A third way to receive and put away items in the warehouse is by using warehouse documents. So first of all, the warehouse receipt, like we already did in the previous demonstration, but now also a warehouse put away. And so first we receive the items, posting the receipt will result in the creation of a put away document, and that is the instruction for the warehouse worker to put away the items in the warehouse. So let me show you the setup. So I will go to locations, and I've configured location south for this demonstration. And here for location south, you can see that the require receive field is enabled, but now also the require put away. Now we already had a require put away in one of our first demonstrations, but if you only select the require put away without the require receive, you enable the inventory put aways. But now if you combine both, then you enable the warehouse put aways. So there's a difference between both documents. Now I also selected bin mandatory because for me it makes more sense that if you use put aways to also use bins, because then you really have an instruction for the warehouse worker where to put away items. And that's why I also enabled the bin mandatory field. And now if you set up the combination of these fields, you can also select the receipt bin code. Now this is a default bin that the program will use in the warehouse receipt documents. And so this means that items are received on this bin code, and then the put away is basically moving the items from this bin to another bin in the warehouse. Now let me show you this in an example. So I will create a new order, a new purchase order, and I've configured vendor 30,000 with location south. And let's just create a simple order. Let's take item 1960, the Rome guest chair for location south, and let's just order 10 units. So a very simple order so that we can really focus on the warehouse processes. All right. Okay, so this is my order. Remember, also in this case, we need to release the order. So release, there we go. And maybe now it's also interesting to show you that you can create warehouse documents from source documents. So in the previous examples, I always went to the warehouse document and used the function to get source documents. But you can also quite easily click on Actions, Warehouse, and then create the warehouse receipt. So this means that now the warehouse receipt is created for this order. Now, of course, if you use this function, you always use one source document per warehouse document. And so in case, remember the previous demonstration, in case you want to combine multiple source documents in one warehouse document, you have to use the get source documents or filter function like we showed in the previous demonstration. All right, so here you can see now the receipt document for the Rome guest chair, and notice that the bin code has been entered on the header and on the lines. So this is the bin code on which we will receive these items. So now we'll do this by clicking here on posting and then post receipt. So do you want to post? Yes. Okay, so now the source document is posted, as you can see, but at the same time there's also a put away activity created, which means that the warehouse process is not finished yet. So now we need to go to the warehouse put away. And like I said, that will be the instruction for the warehouse worker to put away the items. So let's search for the warehouse put aways. And remember, you need to search for the warehouse put aways and not the inventory put aways, because there's a difference between both. And now we need the warehouse put aways. So here you can see that there's one created. So let me open the document. So in here you can see now what the warehouse put away looks like. So you can see two lines because the program instructs the user what to do. Now, and that will become a bit more clear if I add a few fields here. So let me go to personalize. And let's go and add a few fields. So first of all, I would like to add the bin code. So let's just put it here. And then I also would like to add, let's have a look, the action type. So I will put the action type as the first field. There we go. Okay, so by adding these fields, you can see what the system instructs the user to do. So take the item from this bin code, which is the bin code on which it was received, and then place the item on another bin code, so number 2 in this case, because maybe this is the fixed bin of the item, or the item is already located on that bin. So that's not very important for this example. The most important is that this is now a put away document with instructions to the warehouse worker what to do and where to put away the items, so on which bin, as you can see here. So now you can print the document if you want, which you can take with you into the warehouse and do the physical put away of the items. And then based on the quantity to handle that you see here, you can then register the put away. So and after registering the put away, the warehouse process is finished. So let me do this. All right, so the document has been registered and now all the items are put away and are available in the warehouse. So let me go to the item list. And let me select item 1960S and check the warehouse or the bin contents. So I will click on Navigate Warehouse Bin Contents. And now you can see that the item is located on bin number 2. So we have 10 units on bin number 2, as you can see here. So that's the result of posting the warehouse receipt and the warehouse put away.